What is happening, everybody out there in the land of Twitch? I am your host for Roleplay Games, GM Dave, and I would like to welcome you to another adventure of Dungeons & Dragons in the world of Arcanis, the world of Shattered Empires. And let me first introduce to you my players. First, on the upper left, we have the Lady Adita.
Hello. Cheers, friends.
Next, we have on the upper right-hand corner, that way, Mr. Nico Valborda.
Sup?
And to the bottom left, the ever so lovely and sensual Lady Theodora Valshim.
Hello, everyone.
All right. Hope everyone is excited tonight. We have a game going. We are now streaming on just Twitch for the time being instead of, the Facebook and the YouTube. But we still have those channels. So make sure you subscribe or follow no matter where you are. And you'll still be getting content there. Now, before we start our game, we have to do it. Oh, first thing, if you notice, there's one box that's empty tonight. Our dear friend Ceres. Unfortunately, he will not be joining us tonight because work.
Yeah.
Ooh, dislike.
Boo, hiss, yes, much dislikes. But we will play in his honor and his name. So, before we begin the intro, we have to do the most important thing first. Everybody, roll me a d20 to see who gets the single F-bomb for the evening.
F-bomb you, Nico.
That was not me. I rolled a 2.
Nico is the winner. Please use your F-bomb strategically, my friend, and hopefully Theodora won't take it from you.
I'm trying. I did good last time.
All right. The cast is here. The F-bomb is set. Let us begin tonight's adventure into the world of Arcanis, the world of Shattered Empires.
The rise and fall of empires drives Arcanis. Their petty dramas played out against the backdrop of civilizations. Peaceable halflings, Insectoid Isori and Ilhuan, they were all of them wiped out by the unstoppable force of reptilian Sethragor, whose magic twisted the elemental lords to forge the Ilori. Elf-like children of nature, enslaved by Sethragoran might, abused by their cruel creators, the Ilori revolted. They carved out a time of peace and order on Onara, a time when gods walked the earth. But peace is not the story of Arcanis. Ancient ships brought the humans to Onara. They slew the Ilori gods, all but one. The human kingdoms rose and fell, and a dark human power grew in a mandragore. The sorcerer king who drew magic and power to him with unnatural might. In his arrogance, a curse was laid. The infernal hordes spewed forth across the world, crushing human, dwarf, and Ilori in their wake. Rising to meet them, a last alliance of humanity, the Koryani Empire, forged in a time of legend. But the age of legends is long past, and the Koryani Empire is fading. The Ilori of the Vast would return. The Sorcerer King, Lady Mandragore, sends black ships to capture all with arcane potential. Sethragor gathers power in dark machinations, and the human nations point swords at one another. Now, the mortal future is at stake. Heroes must choose the greatest good as often as the lesser of two evils. Arcanis, the world of Shattered Empires.
Hold on. Trying not to spill my water everywhere.
Where Shura didn't fall out of her chair, but we're not going to tell you what did happen.
Okay, there's Shura.
What happened? Wait.
Meanwhile, back at the swamp, gee, I wonder how we're dying tonight.
Hopefully
Okay.
hopefully together as a united front, screaming in terror with blood everywhere.
Where we last where we last left our heroes. They are making their way to the province Ulufila for the great grand hunt at the villa of Menesis Val Tenson. As they were adventuring forth to the villa, unfortunately, they came across a band of bandits. And I say unfortunately for the bandits because, oh my God, those poor guys were slaughtered. They were obliterated. They were murdered. 2 of them are survived. 1 didn't take a single hit, but he is off now being a farmer somewhere. The other guy jumped into the stream, and we have no idea what happened. Will he be a reoccurring character? We'll find out much, much, much later, probably. Anyhow, as our heroes continue to adventure, unfortunately, they did run into a smidgen of bad luck as they were ambushed by a pair of Enkeg, large insectoid creatures that spew acid, and currently one of them has Ceres in its jowls.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I already miss Ceres. He was such a good lizard.
The stage is set, and let's see what our heroes will do. First things up.
I'm second. Okay.
So,
Oh,
let's
crappers.
see. We have, boom. All right. First person up in the order is Adita. Adita, what are you doing?
Right. Adita, what is she doing? That's a great question.
Shoot the thing
She's
with Ceres?
panicking slightly. So first things first, Ceres good lizard. Ceres is my lizard. So, I don't think I can target the Ankeg on Roll20 because it doesn't want me to today. But that's fine. You know what it's getting? It's getting a face full of flintlock.
All right,
Or,
let me.
or not.
Ooh.
Roll the 15.
Wait a second. It's my quarry.
That's a bonus action. Okay.
Bonus action.
Let's see. AC 15.
Nice.
Okay. You see that the thing has Ceres in its grasp. It looks like it's about to spew a line of acid right in front of his face. And then with
the
a
lizard's face.
well-placed shot, you see the creature's head all of a sudden explodes, covering Ceres in kind of a yellowish ichor. The thing drops to the ground. Ceres lands on his feet and then turns and gives you with a big claw thumb up.
There will be lamb later.
Yeah, the thing only had 2 hit points left, so I think
Oh.
you kind of
Oh,
overkilled
for the love
it.
of your mom. See how I didn't steal your F-bomb, Nico?
Trust me,
Much
Nick.
appreciated.
Let's go ahead and draw a giant X on that guy. Boom! He is now dead. So that was your action, and you did your bonus action. What's next?
You know what's really fun about some of these things? The really fun part is when you remember where all the enemies are on the map and scroll correctly. All right, let's see. How far are you out? Ah, curses. All right, wait. Action economy in this one is
You can move still.
move action, attack action, or sorry, standard action, move action, bonus action, yeah?
Correct.
Cool. You know what, Nico? I'm coming, buddy.
Can you move your... There we go. Okay.
Aditha is finished.
Or is she? Next! Theodora, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna inch forward and use my flintlock because I have to save spell slots.
All right.
I have
roll.
to be smart with my spells and not waste them all. Where is my flintlock? Oh god, I haven't looked at this sheet. Here we go.
Holy crap!
Yes! Theodora!
I do not want Nikos to also become a snack.
Nico is never gonna be a snack. Have you gotten a look at him?
All right. Piercing the center of its thorax, yellow ichor goes spewing forth, covering Adita and Nico both. And they're just like, ugh. And,
All right.
but the thing looks incredibly staggered. So you moved, you shot. What else would you like to do? You have a bonus you want to do?
Give it a sensual massage.
Healing. How roughed up is Ceres? How roughed up is everyone? Honestly, I forgot what everyone's hit points were at.
On a
Let's
scale
see.
of 1 to 30, I'm at a 24.
Okay.
I mean, if we were rating things on the scale of 24, Adita looks pretty close to, she's feeling kind of 210s. Yeah, so I guess that makes her a 20.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ceres-
I'll hold
Actually,
it
I
for
was
now.
sorry, I was looking at the wrong number. No, I'm actually okay. I haven't taken damage.
Okay,
yet.
well I'll hold off on any healing spells then.
bring me your pretty face, Nico.
All right.
Okay.
Next one.
Ceres will momentarily look around confused as his prey is dead. So we're gonna skip him this time. Nico, you're up.
Whoa, this thing just kind of popped up behind me. So, yeah. Jump back, both flintlocks, pap pap.
All right, roll the hit. All right,
That's the first one.
hit.
Eat them.
Ah, second one misses.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, the second one will miss, but that one will hit. Oh wait, you're actually right next to it with your flintlock. You know you have to roll with disadvantage of ranged weapons and melee, right?
I'm taking a step back first.
All right,
I know it's going to
Will
be an
you-
attack of opportunity.
all right. So here it comes. It's gonna try to bite you. Will a 19 hit?
Ooh.
Oh.
Actually,
We're level
it will.
2.
Yep.
That actually will hit.
Oh
All
dear.
right.
I just tried to save you from being a snack.
Well, apparently somebody thinks I'm tasty.
I'm not commenting.
Okay. Also take 14 points of damage. And you, sir, since you were bit by it, you are now considered grappled.
Oh, so he couldn't have attacked, could he?
I believe not. Let me check something. Hold on.
Because I believe you're restrained when you're grappled. So I think it's a disadvantage still, actually.
Let me double check, my friend. How you doing now, by the way?
On a scale of 1 to 24, ow. Yeah, no, that hurt.
That hurt.
That hurt.
That hurt. I know because I'm looking at my hit points and I'm like, ah, no.
All right, here we go.
have
The
my
target you are grappled must be
Pity?
That'll be fine.
I mean, you'll put him back together eventually.
Yeah, no, I will.
Someone will.
That's just kind of how it goes. We'll be fine.
You've got needles and sinew, don't you?
I have needles and thread to stitch the sinew.
Sure, that works. Thread. Yeah, they use that in cities.
I mean, we could also use plant fibers and, leaves if that's more akin to your aesthetic.
Where is
Look,
appendix
I don't care what
A?
you look, it's going in Nico's body, and that sounds like not my problem.
So, Dave, is it that I'm grappled or restrained?
You are grappled. But
Your mom is restrained.
Is it the same 5e rules?
probably. Let me double check.
Grapple creature speed becomes 0. Condition ends if the grapple is incapacitated. Yeah, basically my speed is just 0.
Oh, okay.
That's the main thing.
Pass the conditions, and if the effect removes the grappled creature from reach of a grappler or grappling effect. Okay, yeah. You cannot move. So, but since you're still within 5 feet, your attacks are at a disadvantage. So, roll the first one again.
Eh.
It's all right, Nikos.
Ooh. So you go to try to move and turn around to shoot the thing, and as you spin around and aim your gun, the thing clenches you with its large mandibles and hoists you up into the air, much like your friend Ceres just a few moments ago.
Oh
Clenching
boy.
is bad.
So you moved, you attacked, and used your bonus action to attack, right?
Yeah, nothing happened to my turn.
Sorry!
No. It's all good. It's all good. This is payback for the bandits, isn't it?
A little bit, probably.
Listen, man,
Probably.
Is this going to turn into the new plants?
well, we're gonna find out because it's its turn now. Let's see.
Oh dear.
Why am I already uncomfortable?
You know what? Odds or evens, my friend, Nico.
Never tell me the odds.
That sounds like evens to me, son.
All right.
Yeah.
Odd. Since you are in its mouth, it's gonna spew acid on you.
Oh! Oh, fuck. I'm glad I held that cure spell.
All right. Since you're in its mouth, you still get a dexterity saving throw, but you're gonna be at disadvantage on this.
Oh, fuck, man.
What?
Sorry!
With a 16, you save. So you're gonna take half
I
of
just
this.
have to mute.
This is the second time you've taken it from somebody.
All right. So 3, 5, 7. Round it down to 3 points of damage.
I
3
don't get
points
to
of
roll
acid.
the next 2 sessions.
Yeah, well, stop using it.
Oh, yay! And the thing actually gets to recharge
Oh,
next
no.
round.
Oh
The
no.
love of balls.
This thing wants you dead. Are you dead? Are you out? Or are you good?
I'm still up.
Okay.
Up is a direction. Yes.
Yeah.
Adita.
Yeah.
I'm looking pretty though.
Well, this is probably an improvement over. Anyway, I'll just drink this.
Yeah.
Adita,
Yeah.
you're up.
Oh, this is
Ooh.
not good.
Already. All right. So, Adita, feeling some pity for Nico, who's clearly under an NKEG right now. At least that's what Roll20 says. So that's what we do. So, you know what Adita has to say to all of this?
What does she have
She
to
don't
say?
like NKEGs. Bonus action to pop my claws.
Your claw's already out from the last game.
Thank you
Yeah.
for that reminder, because in that case, this is my quarry.
Okay.
And we are going to give you some hands of the mother, you monster.
14 will hit for 7 points of damage and roll your quarry, you know. All right.
Hey, nice.
All right, so let's do this. With that,
Okay.
Nico, You're in this thing's mouth. It goes, and you're covered in acid. But despite you being in its mouth, you were able to kind of dodge to the left just a little bit to avoid most of the damage. And as this thing's head is up into the air with you in it, Adita, you seize the opportunity and you leap for this creature's throat. You grab it and you jam your claws right in, ripping out pieces of thorax and ichor and other unmentionables. The thing falls down to the ground, dead. And
Justice
Nico,
for Nico. Pity about your face.
Oh, and it's never pity. That thing's ugly.
We're still talking about the Ankeg, right?
Yes, we're talking about the NKEG.
I mean, just checking. I know you said we were supposed to, solidarity, screaming. I
We're
was
alive,
trying to
aren't
meet
we?
expectations.
We're alive. We're fine.
Yeah,
We're
I don't
good.
follow all directions well.
No, you follow directions just fine. What are you talking about? Let's.
I'm gonna start kicking the corpse.
You know what? If that explodes in balls of acid all over your boots, that's a you problem, and I'll be over here.
I'm just gonna go up and touch Nico on the shoulder. Just tap him. It's 6 hit points.
How's my lizard kids?
How is Sir?
How's my Shressy kids? Shressy, do you need some lamb jerky, Shressy?
Oh,
I'm eating
dear.
bug.
Oh, he would.
Oh God, he would.
He
I
would.
should be worried that we channeled Ceres so well there.
What?
No,
It's okay.
Ceres, it's fine. Good lizard. He's a good little lizard, Wizzy.
I helped kill.
No.
Yes.
You did good, Ceres. Look at you. Your scales are all covered in acid. Let me just wipe that off for you.
Oh dear.
All right. So, Nico, how are you doing now, buddy?
I healed for 6 hit points, so it's not as bad.
I'm doing all right, but yeah, I'm just still kicking this thing in the face. Just
Okay, I'm gonna
How
step
can
away.
you tell where the face is?
Or I'm just gonna step away. I did my job. I healed him. If he gets himself down, that's not my fault.
It's okay. Come on. You can help me clean up stress. Look, he's got smudges on his claws. My poor lazy Wizzikins.
So, my brave heroes.
That's us, technically.
Sure, technically.
We're technically brave. And
What would you like to
definitely
do
not
next?
cowards.
is there anything else that's coming out of the woodwork to attack us?
Are
No.
we safe?
You guys are. Okay. You know what? Give me a perception check, everyone. I'll even roll for
Sorry, cat.
Ceres.
Cat.
Cat.
I saw the cat, and I'm like, the cat is there.
Cat. There is cat on stream. Quality cat.
Well, we have to make up for Stewie's cat not being around.
Exactly. It's good cat.
So Ceres
Very
has an
stupid
18, Theodora has an 18, Nico
Oh yeah,
has
I
a
guess you
4.
wanted some perception. I was busy with cat. I was busy with cat.
I mean, no one's faulting you for being busy with a cat.
So, Ceres and Theodora both agree that there is no more threat imminent in the
Yay.
area.
Woo!
Your
All right.
mom is a threat to the area.
So you have some big bug corpses right in front of you, dissolving and just well, it's not
Marinating in its
dissolving.
own-
It's
marinating
just
its own
there,
juices.
bleeding out yellow ichor, ceasing to be. You know, one his head's blown up, the other one throat has been ripped out. What do y'all wish to do?
This is the worst date I've ever been on.
I'm not touching it.
I'm walking into the lake to clean off.
Fair.
All right. So Nikos takes some time. You guys were actually originally at this site to try to camp out.
Yeah.
So Nico, after some time, you probably strip down, wash yourself, wash your clothes as best as you can. And eventually you're there, your clothes are drying, your armor is your armor. And okay, what do you wish to do?
Is Ceres still eating his onkeg?
Nah, they gave him some jerky to eat on.
Of course we gave Ceres jerky. You can't expect the lizard to go without jerky. That's cruel. I'm sorry, Ceres.
It's okay.
So, all right, Theodora, you got us into this. What do we do? What are we supposed to do next? Ceres muted.
I think you're muted, Theodora.
Yep, I was muted. I said I was wondering, how did I get us into this? I didn't antagonize the Onkegs.
No, but you definitely signed us up for this mission.
Yeah, no, aren't we camping out for the night? And then we're gonna... What time was it, by the way?
Oh God, I don't remember. Time has no meaning. It's 2021.
It's currently twilight, which is why
Okay.
you guys decided to stop and camp for the evening.
Okay, for
Right,
Storm,
okay,
nobody
no.
likes Twilight.
Nah. You're not wrong. Anyway, sleep. We're going to sleep, and then we're going to continue on with our adventures and trying to get to this place. Hopefully not getting ourselves killed along the way.
All
To be fair,
right.
this
Sounds
was
fair,
wildlife. To be fair, this was wildlife, not an actual, something plotting to kill us.
So what I'm hearing is, Adita, go fetch us dinner. Fine.
I mean, we technically have rations.
Adita will go hunting.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so let's see. Adita, let me do. Here we go. Let's roll a d4.
Oh.
Ooh.
I don't know what that D4 has to say, but I like it.
Adita
Hopefully
comes
it's good.
back with 4 very plump hairs.
Ooh, nice.
Anybody
job.
got some potatoes?
I think I do. I have rations. Do potatoes
That
count?
sounds like rations and not potatoes.
I didn't
All
buy
right, there's only
specific
one way to
vegetables.
eat a brace of conies. I swear to God. All of the gods, the dead ones too. This is what you guys actually need me. What would you
So-
do without me? I swear you'd be eating rations till your dying day. But with like animals if I wasn't here.
She's not wrong.
I mean, she's just gonna keep mumbling to herself the whole time that she's skinning and cleaning these things. Throws them in the pot to roast up for dinner.
All right. Some time goes by until your brace of conies is ready for
It
consumption.
is technically 2 braces because you said I had 4 conies.
That is true.
Yeah, we eating good.
Nice.
All right. You know what? Roll me a d20. Roll me a wisdom check for your culinary prowess.
Oh, dear.
That's supposed to be wisdom? I mean,
Yeah.
Adita exists. This could be terrible.
Oh,
Or it could be not
good.
terrible.
It could be awesome.
Hey!
Scouring the area around for a little bit, Adita finds all sorts of pleasant herbs, some rosemary, some dill. She combines it with
This
salt,
is wild garlic.
pepper.
Yes, I have a salt box. And it's not Nico's mom for a change.
I ain't arguing.
You know the truth. It's all right.
You guys enjoy your stew for the evening. Ceres
Sups
is
up, friends.
Ceres is very happy. And how do you guys want to handle watch?
Adita would take first watch. That way others can rest and recover health.
Fine. Okay, I'll take first watch. Thanks, boss. I got this.
I could try and take first watch. You guys got kind of roughed up.
Okay, wait, Theodora, this is really important. Have you been listening to GM Dave?
Yes? No? Sorry.
Because you're Theodora, and I'm Adita.
Yes, I get. I'm sorry. We covered this last time. I had another character named Aditi. This is my problem with having characters with different names.
I'm here for the fun.
To be fair, I played that character for like, what was it? 2 years. So it's like ingrained in my head to respond to like Addy.
So that's why you respond every time GM
Yes,
Dave is like,
yes,
"Hey."
I do. I have to get better about that. I'm sorry.
Oh, I think it's hysterical. We can work this all night.
You can.
So, question, Theodora. When you said Adita,
No,
you take first
Theodora.
watch, do you want me to take first
No,
watch? Because it's fine.
No, Theodora will take first watch. The cleric will take first watch.
I mean, okay. Have some fun, like, yeah.
All right, so let's knock out our watches really quick. First watch, Adita or Theodora? Which one is
Theodora.
it? Theodora.
I'll
Okay.
be 100% honest with you. It's not, oh, have you noticed what the GM is saying? It's like, oh, do you know what you're saying? That's the better question.
These are righteous concerns.
Theodora, please give me a perception check.
Okay. I have to stop closing my sheet.
It happens.
I mean,
no
it
worries.
could present some challenges.
Hey.
The night goes by uneventful for
Yay.
yourself. Second watch. Who's got that?
It's fine. I can do that.
Roll me perception.
Actual Adita.
With actual perception. Let's see what happens. Where's the cat, kids? Over there.
Hey,
Over there's the
hey.
cat.
The night goes by for you uneventfully. And watch number 3.
I got it.
And surprisingly enough, no further end kegs pop out of the ground and attempt to eat your face.
No, but they're kind of like off in the brush somewhere.
Joy.
All right, you all enjoy a quiet evening and receive a full rest.
Yay.
So, let's see. All right, so you guys know what to do next, or you wish to continue traveling, correct?
Correct.
Sure.
All right, traveling now on day 5, you start getting to the mountain pass, which is where the road takes you, because this is where you will have to go next. Let's see. Nico, do me a favor and roll a d20. $19.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
Let me see here. Surprisingly, it is a nice and crisp day as you're traveling through the mountains. There's no heavy snowfall, no rain, no bandits to hold you back on your journey. Surprisingly, it's a very pleasant day.
Hey. Nice
I don't trust it.
Roll against a
That's
pleasant
what
day.
GM says.
So, you guys eventually find an area to camp out for the evening. And again, you post your watches. And since everything looks... I'm just watching Theodora make faces. That just threw me off.
I was yawning.
Okay. All of a sudden, I'm here trying to say my thing. It's like, ah.
I was yawning.
So
Great. Now we've all given ourselves yawns.
I tried to do it quietly too.
the rest of the evening will actually go by uneventful as well for such a good roll. And on the final day, let's see here. The trip through the mountains region of Ulfila has been both long and arduous. The region is a harsh and unforgiving one, given its treacherous paths and rock slide-prone hillsides. But one cannot help but notice a certain aesthetic beauty to this place. These Astur crags form a protective barrier about the northeastern paths into the heart of the empire and are usually overcast and prone to lightning strikes. A fitting home for the Coriani portion of the Valtensen family, scions of the Storm Lord. A great honor has been bestowed upon you, necessitating your travel through the mountains paths due to your heroic efforts in rescuing Senator Tensin Balin's son from the vile harvesters of Yamandragor. The good senator felt it was just reward for your gallantry by arranging an invitation to an imperial hunt hosted by the Empire's greatest hero and general, Meneses Val Tensin. Many courtiers and sycophants would kill to have the opportunity to attend any function hosted by the great general, but the guest list has been kept small and exclusive. Were it not for your previous heroism, it is doubtful you would have ever known of the Imperial Hunt's existence. Now, do me a favor, everyone. Give me perception checks, please.
What?
You just want to test our perception tonight.
Oh.
Oh, hey!
Hey!
There we go.
One
We
of
got
us was
pe-
paying
we
attention.
got-
Two
we-
of us was paying attention.
Yeah, we made up for Theodora just kind of
Okay,
gawking at the
Theodora.
mountains.
Theodora. Yeah, no, you know what? I was gonna tell her to stop staring at butts, but I realize when I am on a useless quest.
You are on a useless quest with that one.
All
You know,
right.
their eyes are up here, Theodora. Up here.
Are you sure about that?
Well, not the way you're looking.
All right. It has been several days since you began to negotiate the trade routes and the trails when finally in the late afternoon hours you turn down a barely noticeable path that spills out into a verdant valley. Just south of the provincial capital of Nevan, the escorted estates of the Valtensen lands spread out before you. Riding up to meet you are 5 heavily armed and armored legionnaires. Now, as these guys are approaching, Adita, you notice around some of the rocks, there seems to be several figures that seem to have been trailing you for a long time, or for like maybe the past half hour, but they seem to have not made any aggressive action towards you. And judging by the way they move, seems very similar to your style. So you probably recognize these people as potential members of a legion.
How were they dressed?
In soft leathers, in cloaks that seem to help them blend into the surrounding areas. Normally, these people are incredibly quiet, but you know a thing or two, and you have some pretty sharp senses. And as these heavily armored legionnaires come to meet you, you hear a whistle behind you from the not-so-hidden sentry that indicates you have been watched since you turned off the mountain trail. Nico and Theodore and Seraph are both kind of surprised, but Adita, you kind of had a little smile.
You know what? As they approach, I'm just gonna make direct eye contact with the lead scout. Give him a nod of approval. Nicely done.
It
Almost
appears
didn't see you for a minute.
he kind of seems taken aback. And you see that the other guards on horses approach you, and he says, "What business you have here?"
Aditya will walk up and hold up the invitation. It says, sorry! Theodora! I will
At this point, you
I
know.
will get this right one day.
No, because we're gonna trade character sheets
No,
one of these days without telling GM
Oh,
Dave.
God. Oh, yes. Definitely, 100%.
So you get to be Ceres.
I was gonna say I'll just rename Nico to Saras.
It's gonna be such a treasure because we won't tell GM Dave, and he's just gonna be like, "So, Adita," and then Nico's gonna be like, "What?" And then I will reach through the screen.
If we're still
and punch you.
if we're still playing, we have to do this around around April 1st, not on April 1st, just around there.
You say "if" as though this is going to stop. Let's be honest. None of us knows what's good for us.
No, you're not wrong. I say
So-
if I say if purely for like, you know, living that long in character.
This is a true point.
So, as
Theodora will walk up.
Theodora,
and hold up the invitation and reply with, I believe we were invited.
you see that the head guard seems to look at it. He's like, "Do you have anything else to show proof of the favor of the general's family?"
She's gonna hold up the Tenson dagger.
He nods his head and he looks to the rest of you.
I'll just pull mine out.
Okay. Turns to Adita. They're looking at you now, Adita.
Just
Yeah.
show the dagger.
What?
Just show the
Uh,
dagger.
What? This? You want me to be all fancy?
And they
There,
look at
happy?
the Saresan behind you.
Theodora will just pull the dagger for Ceres.
What? My
Because
toothpick!
Otherwise, Ceres would be
See-
biting.
Yeah, otherwise Ceres would take the dagger and stab someone.
Ah, very good. Thank you, and understand that we are merely ensuring the safety of the general. And he kind of takes a look at all of you. Are you all former legionnaires?
Yes.
What do I look like? I'm definitely not Miss Cordiani, Spring Edition.
He seems a little taken aback at first. He kind of throws his head back and laughs, and there is a couple chuckles from the other guys behind him. Very true. I am Donovan of the Defiant Shield, as with everyone else. We're part of Menesis Valtenson's personal legion. Follow me. We will escort you to the estate ourselves.
Ooh,
All right.
we get an honor guard. Hey, Nico, we finally moving up in the world. I told you, following Theodora was more than just that ass.
And you do see a couple soldiers are like, mm-hmm.
She just gives an extra hip sway for good measure. She's not afraid to flaunt it.
Of course not. Why do you think we're all following her?
Hey, Adita,
Yeah.
you think we could talk one of the guards to bounce a quarter off it?
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, wait, what's a quarter?
Coin, sorry. Picked up. I heard Ceres say quarter one day. It just stuck. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah, he meant what you pay for a lamb shank. Yeah. Oh, hey, I'm gonna elbow the nearest guard walking with us.
Yeah?
Oh, no.
Hey,
Yeah?
I've got 5 sesterci that says you can't bounce a coin off of her ham hocks.
Okay, so let's see if the guard will take the bait.
Because Adita's used to this at this point.
let's go ahead and roll a d20.
Theodora is too. They're both are.
Good save.
My brain, I swear, today's.
Darn it.
Nobody needs brains.
The guard
yep.
resists.
Yep. Oh.
That would be most inappropriate. The only
All right,
time you should
can bounce
bounce
it off of Nico's if you really want to. He
No,
won't
no,
mind.
no, don't get me wrong. You shouldn't be bouncing quarter or coins off anyone's ass. This should be consensual.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah,
She'll turn
Theodora-
around and, you know.
Theodora's just gonna turn over her shoulders and say, I would have voiced if I wasn't consenting.
What? Oh! And they all start realizing, now we get it. Larissan! Got it.
Wow, that took you guys a few minutes.
She's just going to wink.
So it sounds to me like you failed to bounce a coin off of those hands. Take
well,
the 5 coppers, please.
okay, he grumbles, but he will reach in and pull out 5 coppers. Hey.
I'm gonna high five the guy behind him.
And what's amazingly enough is normally these guys are very stalwart and very very serious individuals. But you can see that in the presence of fellow legionnaires, they're just a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to put on airs. You all know each other.
Yep.
All right. Where were we?
I also just I had the feeling that Dita was not being very like discreet with hey, if you bounce a coin off her butt, and I'm like, yeah, no, Theodora's probably used to this at this point.
I mean,
It's a
discreet
game.
is definitely in Adita's lexicon, but not when it comes to trash talking her fellow
Yeah.
legionnaires.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, come on, opportunities not to be missed.
I mean,
Anyway.
it does go both ways because I'm pretty sure Theodora's tried to do the same to you while walking.
Okay, but the last time you tried to trip me, it was really kind of funny.
Yes.
The Legionnaires promptly escort you to the main entryway of the estate. Awaiting you at the doorway is a bald, heavy-set man wearing a plain tunic and sandals. Wordlessly, he motions for a couple of young boys to take your baggage from the escorts and take your baggage from you and escorts you inside. As soon as you step through a doorway, a cool and slightly humid breeze replaces the dry air of the exterior. Silently, you are led down a short tiled hallway to a large atrium built in the center of the house. 4 massive yet elegant colonnades surround a large fountain topped by a bronze statue of Hurrian, his hands spread above him, catching an arcing lightning bolt. Seated upon comfortable-looking divans arrayed around the cool fountain are 5 other individuals of note. 2 of them are older men, one wearing a long dun-colored robes of the Beltinian clergy, while the other wears a long dark purple robe that covers him from chin to foot, adorned with all manner of strange sigils and mystic amulets. They appear to be in the middle of a heated discussion. The next 2 make for an odd pair. One is a dark-haired beauty dressed in a diaphanous scarlet toga cut much too short to be modest, while the other is a tall, powerfully built man wearing dark breeches and an orange-red tunic that matches the shock of red hair that crowns his head. Lastly, a fair-skinned young woman leans back wistfully on her divan, idly playing with her long blonde tresses while humming a melancholy little tune. A servant comes up to your party and offers you each a goblet of wine. Now, those of you who have either knowledge, religion, or history, please give me a roll.
I've studied religion stuff.
Hey!
Not enough.
I got 22, technically.
And Adita doesn't have religion or history?
Adita could have religion or history, but that sounds way too civilized and also like it requires actual work.
And I
So,
doubt
if it's all the
Ceres-
same to you, I see another Larissan, and I haven't met her before.
All right. Theodora, before anyone does anything, you realize that this is, when given a glass of wine in an instance like this, it is a good idea to pour a bit of the wine into the fountain as a tribute to the gods in general, and in this case, Hurrian in particular.
Got it.
So, do you do this?
Yes, she'll pick up the goblet, look to the rest of the group. It's kind of like, you know, hey, follow me, follow my lead, and go over and pour a bit into the fountain.
I'll
All
make
right.
sure Ceres also pours just a little bit.
But I want to drink this. It is wine.
Ceres, do you remember that talk we had about social graces a while back?
Yes, grace the socials. I got it.
This is part of that. Just a couple drops. That's all you have to do.
The rest.
Oh.
Look at my glass. Look at my glass. Okay. You see how much is in here? Okay, now watch how much is in here after I pour some out. You pour just like this. Am I doing it right, Nico?
Theodora
I'm
would
just gonna
nod.
fill in with
Theodora would just nod.
Think pork for Theodora, because I swear to God. See? You pour just a couple of drops, Ceres. Not like great shoelaces. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay. You all do this, and some people, you have taken notice of this. What you did was a good thing. Now,
Is the hottie in the
Adita.
red toga noticing?
she turns to... Well, let me see something. Hold on. Do, 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 do.
Theodora definitely notices one of her kind.
Okay, you seem she is a little enamored with talking to the really big, muscular, red-headed fellow. But as Adita, as you're looking and admiring the woman in red, Theodora, do me a favor and give me a perception check yourself.
Sure. Do I have my sheet up? This is payment for the 20 I just rolled. Good and bad.
Okay, so you recognize, one of yours. Oh, yeah, that's a Larissan cleric. So, let me see. Adita, you have taken notice of the Larissan cleric.
I mean, yeah. That looks nice.
All right. Nico, what do you wish to do?
I didn't take notice of anything, did I? I rolled a 9.
I kind of gave you guys a description of a couple different people
Got
there.
it. Okay.
So you have you can interact with any one of those groups.
Yeah, so we got were there 3 people sitting around it was the Larissan, the guy with the red hair, and then the blonde, correct?
The blonde and the 2 older gentlemen discussing something.
Right.
seems to
I'm
be
just I'm trying to decide for the 2 groups because it sounded like there were 2 groups sitting
There's-
separate from each other.
5 people total, but there seems to be 2 groups and 1 person standing off
Okay.
by herself.
Got it. Okay.
So, Nico, what would you like to do, my friend?
Well, since Adita and Theodora are looking out for things, I'm gonna keep an eye on Ceres for a minute, but also see if there's any food.
You can actually hail down a servant and they will come to you to bring hors d'oeuvres. We'll get back to you in a moment. Theodora, what do you wish to... What do you wish to do?
Theodora can already see the look in Adita's eyes. Just going to kind of like nudge Adita with her hip before moving towards the fellow Larissan.
Okay.
Should I come with you?
Yes, come.
Okay.
All right. So Adita and Theodora are with each other. Nico, you're hanging out and trying to get some food. And
I have a hand on Ceres's shoulder, just making sure he's not alone.
so I will not
Yeah.
roll a stealth check.
Yep.
I'm specifically holding onto his shirt, and if he moves, I just tug him back.
So
You know, we're
Nico-
gonna need to have a social harness
We
for
are.
Ceres.
So for
little
Nico
handle.
and Ceres, let's do something with you first.
Nope, we're good. I want to see
You
where
do
this goes.
see someone comes with the hors d'oeuvres and they give you a bow.
I'll just incline my head a little bit and just put my hand on the back of Ceres's head and just make him nod a little bit.
And the person
Use Ceres
gestures.
as a sock puppet?
The lesson on social graces has not gone well, okay?
So sorry, my brain just split for a second because you guys.
You want more Ceres puppets, huh?
So the servant indicates to the tray, and the tray seems to be some wine and garlic infused clams.
Ooh.
I'll get one and just hand it down to Ceres, and I'll take one for myself. And,
This is a rock.
No, Ceres, you have to open the rock. It's a clam. It's a shell. You open it and eat inside.
Do all rocks have meat in it? And I've been lied to my whole life?
Only special rocks that come from the water, the ocean.
No, this
So-
is not gonna go well.
Rocks in the ocean are edible.
Some rocks, and it's what's inside the rock that's edible, Ceres. You have to break it open like this, and I'll crack mine open.
Why does this look like something that came out of Nico's nose?
Are you gonna eat or not?
Well, I don't know.
really
Well, he can't
accurate
slurp.
expressing.
It's more like.
Yeah. I was like, is he gonna eat the shell?
Maybe.
Was that so bad, Ceres?
Tasty. Not like lamb though.
No, this is more. It's like this is from the ocean, Ceres, the water.
An ocean lamb.
It's. I wouldn't call it
It's
ocean
a
lamb.
Ocean
Sounds like lamb.
lamb.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
here to help.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're gonna put a pin on you two for a moment. We're gonna go back and we're gonna focus on Edita and Theodora. You two approach what appears to be a Larissan and a pretty big warrior. The guy stands at about 6'3", very brawny, very muscular. Definitely seems like the warrior type. And both of you give me insight checks.
Yeah, it. Hey, I have training in that. I'm not
Okay.
terrible.
I mean, technically, I have training in that. And also, man,
You are
You do-
so
fancy.
you are so distracted.
From
What? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
you see with the Larissans back to you guys coming up, you do see the other individual standing there very stalwartly, and you can tell, especially you, Theodora, your this Larissan is throwing the moves at him, and he seems to be paying her respect. But at the same time, there's this kind of look on his face is, oh God, please get me out of here. Kind of a
Right.
thing.
And while there is a whole like respect do not hunt another's quarry, as it were, like Larissan code and whatnot. There's also the whole, he's not into it. Drop it and save your grace.
So, how do you wish to approach you two?
With more clams.
With the work. Adita would just kind of walk up, see if she's even noticing.
I'm pretty sure Theodora's gonna do that.
I mean, yep.
Let me see. So,
You said earlier, it's like I'm totally paying attention. You just described my brain's activity right now. I just can't right now.
How, where?
Yeah, exactly.
she is completely
She is
oblivious to
so
you guys
out of it.
walking up. She is too busy trying to throw the moves.
Theodora's just gonna walk up and kind of clear her throat a bit and say, "Well, hello."
And the woman turns around and you see all of a sudden the look of shock as she looks at you, Theodora, and she goes, "Cousin?"
Are we related, or are we talking like?
Her name, and you recognize her, although it has been quite some years since your training in Sweet Savona, which is the capital, and especially where the main Larissan temple is. Her name is Oriana Valshim, and she is one of your numerous cousins.
Or how do you spell Oriana?
Oriena.
BNA.
And she just goes, "Theodora!" And she jumps and gives you this great big hug. I haven't seen you since their teenage years.
Is she younger or older?
She's about the same age as you.
Okay. Oriana, it's wonderful to see you. Oh my god, you've gotten so big and so gorgeous.
Oh my god, look at you. You're still as beautiful as ever. And to think you served in the legions.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, not just for a small time, we all have to serve our country and whatnot.
Yes, we all have to, serve in our different ways. I've actually been called here to do a fate dance for Menesis.
Oh, that's such an honor. Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh my god, it's so good to see you. Where are my manners? Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman. His name is Attalus Valverdin, and he is part of the Legion of Searing Purity. And he's like, "Hello, it's a pleasure."
Theodora would nod and greeting, and this lovely lady beside me is Adita. What is your last name?
Adita.
Is it just Adita? Okay.
Adita's is fine. It's fine.
No, this is Adita. She is a close friend and also served in the Legion with me.
Oh wow! And there's two others over there. Are they with you too?
Oh yes, the scaled one is Ceres, and the one beside him is Nikos. They also served with me. We were all part of a group together.
We raised Ceres from an egg that we found when we accidentally assaulted some Ceresin. It was kind of funny at the time, and then he turned out to be a big lizard.
As I'm here feeding Ceres my clamshells.
Yep.
Oh, it seems you. Oh, and wow, you have some very interesting companions. It seems like a very fine-looking party.
No, very much so. They're all gifted in their own ways.
Yeah, we're good at stuff.
Adita here is very gifted.
Oh, and how so?
Well, she's good at talking of her own gifts. She's just going to put an arm around Adita.
I'm really good at stabbing people when they're not looking.
Oh, that's great. That is a very good for you. And when she says this, her back is now, to Attalus, and you see Attalus just kind of give the thumbs up, like, okay. So, you all served in the Legion? Says Attalus.
Yeah.
What was his last name?
Attalus Valvirdin. He's a Val from the descendant of the Nairite line. Basically, Nair is one of the gods of war. Where Hurrian is described as the great defender, Nair is considered the crusader.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. We actually we all served in the Legion together. Well, technically all of us except for Ceres. He didn't really serve in the Legion. He grew up in the Legion though, and that makes him one. I mean, she's obviously way more comfortable talking to Attalus
And you
than
see,
she was to Oriana.
and you see, he walks up to you. Really? So your Legion raised a Ceresan, and I've never seen a purple Ceresan before.
I mean,
was
we
an
didn't think
interesting
anything of
find.
it. Oh, sorry, Theodora.
No, she's right. We didn't think much of it. It was an interesting find, and we honestly didn't realize it up until recently.
I mean, to be fair, it really did start out as kind of a joke. We just kept passing the egg around, and it started as a bet. Then, sooner or later, eggs do what they did, right? And out toddles this little awkward lizard creature, and we all just thought it was the funniest thing. So, our centurion told us as long as we kept it fed, kept it clean, and kept it out of the rations, he didn't care if we kept it around. And so little Ceres, he kind of became the unofficial mascot of the Legion, didn't he? Didn't you, my big scaly boy?
And is he too a fighter? Was he one of did he stand with the Legionnaires, or did he work in the Auxilia?
Oh no, he stood right alongside us.
He stood shoulder to shoulder with some of the best men and women I've served with. He may never have been sworn in as a Legionnaire, but seeing that little guy shuffling around in his own little sandals, putting on his own little armor, we thought he was cute as heck, but that creature, you give him a spear and a target, I'd stand behind him in front of anything.
I hear Ceresans are really good at fighting, and it's good to know that we have one within the Legions. Or had one. I assume you're no longer an active member?
Well, once you're in for life, but we took
Veteranship
your side.
rests uneasy on your shoulders, you know what I mean?
Ah, gotcha. I do actually know what you mean, but I'm still one who is enlisted in the Legions. I have earned myself a invitation to this. To be in front of the great general is, in fact, an honor. And one that I wish to prove that despite my bloodline, we're not just a bunch of war-crazed individuals. There are some of us that seek other means. There are some of us that like to base things more on strategy, intelligence, and intelligent fighting. We're just not brutes.
I mean, I'd like to think all of us are more than just brutes. I mean, Ceres here is a great example of that. If a Ceresan can be more than a mindless killing machine, aren't you?
Absolutely. There's a lot of us that think the same way, but unfortunately, there's still some noblemen out there that hear the Valvirdin name and think of us probably little more than some Ceresan or other creatures that are of barbarian make.
I respect your cause in this. I do. I can't help but wonder, you said that you distinguished yourself to earn the invitation here. Do you mind sharing your story?
Well, I've just risen to the ranks of Pilus Prima, or Prime Spear.
Primus Pilum.
Primus Pilum, thank you. Sorry. Primus Pilum.
Remember our Roman history.
Can you
Today.
spell that? Primus.
Primus Pilum. Don't ask me to remember anything else. I've used my 1 IQ point for the day, and now I'm done.
That's fine. What? Okay, so what legion was he from again?
He is from the Legion of Searing Purity.
Ah, the virgins.
Got it.
So
I've been taking notes as you've been speaking, but I forgot. I missed that one part. I'm like, I
Yeah,
know
I
it
did
was
too.
something purity.
See, and I knew something was burning, but I told you I used my 1 IQ point to spell Primus
Yep.
Pilum.
While they're chatting, Theodora doesn't want.
you see her, Ariana.
Oriana, there we go. Like I don't know what the heck I wrote. It's like she doesn't want Oriana to feel like out of it, so she's gonna kind of edge color to Oriana and just kind of put an arm around her, like support.
Have I been defeated, cousin?
No, there's just some who don't share the same interests we have.
Oh, that's a shame. But who is that one with that's that individual over there with your Saracen friend?
Oh, that's Nikos.
Let me see something with Nikos.
Yeah, that's Nico.
Oh, Nikos has
Nico's
some
on mute. You can't rant when you're silenced.
Can you tell?
Yeah, I hit the hard mute on my headset.
Can you tell me a little bit about your friend Nico?
Oh, Nikos is a very interesting sort with very interesting taste. But I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you'd find more interest in talking to him to yourself.
Tell you what, you get me enough wine, I'll tell you all about him.
Oh yeah.
She gives a laugh at that. It's like, cousin, I've missed you so much. Things haven't been boring. Actually, things have been great. As a matter of fact, life has just been amazing. And I'm just so glad to see you again as well.
I love to see you too. It's so rare to see all our cousins scattered everywhere. So it's always a joyous event to see you.
Oh, I can't wait to go home and tell everyone that I ran into you. Theodora, the Legionnaire. She has come back into the world. And what are you actually doing nowadays? Since you're no longer active.
Well, right now we're just kind of venturing around, exploring, seeing the world for what it is, and picking up a little work along the way.
You're an adventurer now?
Nah, that's the path I find myself on.
Oh, wow, that sounds amazing. I just mainly work in the temples, so there are no complaints from me.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. I did that for a little bit, but I feel my cause is more to spread the word far and wide.
Yeah, the word, that's what she spreads.
She gives a giggle at that. So,
Oh.
Adita
crap.
is with
Did I say that
Attalus.
out loud again.
Theodora would just laugh.
Even Attalus kind of covers his mouth for a chuckle there. Let's go back to Nico and Ceres.
No, Ceres, you don't eat the tray. It's not edible.
But it tastes good. And you see the person.
Ceres, drop it. Smack him on the snout.
And you see the...
I'm sorry about that. Like we're still trying to get him used to more higher class events like this. We don't get invites to this very often.
And the guy, you see the servant kind of shrugs their shoulders, and you see they are going to return back to the kitchens to fetch probably something else to eat. Now, Nico, do me a favor, give me an insight check.
I should be. Okay.
Yeah, no, everything's good. Nothing's wrong here. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. How are you? All right. And actually, you know what? Let me give Ceres an insight check because, he's here too. Do 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 do.
If the
And
lizard beats me,
This is not gonna be hard to beat you.
I am not commenting on any of that.
It's not gonna be hard to beat you.
A lot of things aren't hard.
hey,
what?
why don't those people with the robes they don't say anything? This is weird to
It's like
Ceres.
some bad Mexican.
What? So, why does the people with those robes and tiny tunics not speak?
Huh? You know, I didn't really pick up on that earlier. Why don't we go check with Theodora and Adita? Maybe they know.
Are they speaking? Like they're arguing, aren't they?
Well, seems to be other guests that seem to be arguing about something. However, well, if Adita would like to try it, Theodora would like to try an insight check.
I could try an insight check as she glances about the room. Still better than Nikos.
And Theodora, as you are engaging in conversation with Oriana, you do see that Nico and Ceres eventually make their way towards you.
Okay.
All right. So Nico and Ceres are now with Theodora and Oriana, but not too far away is Adita and Attalus.
Yes.
Excuse me, sorry to interrupt, but Theodora, Ceres actually noticed something kind of interesting about some of the people around.
No.
Yeah, kind of quiet, aren't they?
To like motion?
Yeah, and just kind of generally motion to the people.
Yeah. What does she notice?
Oh, I understand, says Oriana. You see, sometimes when there are servants who are part of very important households, what happens is part of their contract is they have to take a certain vow of silence to ensure that no secrets can escape, especially with, the general being the servants of one of the most important generals in the Coriani Empire. They basically have their tongues removed.
Oh. Well, that seems to be a certain amount of honor and dedication.
Absolutely. It is, it's been part of a Coriani tradition for a very long time.
God. As a character. Okay, then.
Well, I can definitely understand the need to keep a secret, but that's a bit much.
It could seem a little extreme, but state secrets are state secrets, and we have to do everything we can to protect them.
I mean, can they just write stuff down?
I believe that's one of the ways they communicate, says Attalus. I've also seen them use certain hand gestures to communicate things as well.
No, if one is to go through the dedication of having their own tongue cut off, they should be loyal. Should
or
be.
really determined spies.
Nah.
I mean,
Well-
not that I want to cast aspersions on anyone, mind you. I just thinking back to my job in the Legion, being on guard against potential exposure is kind of important no matter what you do, and keeping your comrades safe is kind of a big deal. Besides, if you don't put too much trust in anyone, they can't let you down. You know what I mean? I'll be over here getting some wine. Does anyone else want any wine?
I'll take a
Theodora
I'll
would
take a bit.
raise a hand.
Only got 2 hands, Nico.
I'm gonna kind of lean over to Theodora. She all right?
She's a little awkward right now.
Gotcha.
She has
She
been for
seem-
a little bit.
She seems fine to me, says Atlas.
No. Adita's amazing in her own way. We appreciate her greatly.
Yeah, saved my ass not too long ago from getting eaten.
Yeah, our trip here wasn't the smoothest.
Oh, says Atlas, and Oriana's like, what do you mean, do tell?
We
glance
shot.
over at Theodora. Yeah, do tell about that nice little grassy nook that you found for us. That was already
Hey.
inhabited.
I figured out how to carry 4 glasses of wine at once.
I wasn't the one that found it. I told you.
Nico and
Thank you,
Theodora
Adita.
and Atlas and Oriana.
Dave.
Oh, thank you, Adita.
You're welcome.
Theodora, you have some really...
Bottoms up.
Theodora, you have really cute friends.
Oh, thank you. I'm pretty sure she thinks you're pretty cute too.
Oh, really?
She's usually not that giggly unless she likes someone.
Of anyone describing Adita as giggly is grand.
I mean, that is as close to giggly as Adita gets, though.
Yes, it's friggin' brilliant. I love it.
And Theodora would regale her cousin and Atlas with their, adventures to the manor.
They both seem to be enamored of Theodora's story. Actually, you know what? Theodora, do me a favor, give me a performance check. Let's see how
Okay.
enamored they are.
Ooh.
Performance or persuasion? Both are. We'll do performance. Okay, not bad performance at all.
Okay, you do see there is kind of this like wistful look in Oriana's face of you telling a story of adventure and using your powers to help your friends. Whereas Atlas is just kind of like, yes. Like he seems to be hearing like the different aspects of the battle and seems to be calculating things in his head as well.
Yeah. Both with the
Alright.
bandits and with the Onkeg.
All right. Let's see.
And of
Let's-
course, she plays up the prowess of her allies and how amazing they are and all that fun stuff.
You do see that the two people are enamored with your story and they are hanging on its words. You have done a heck of a fantastic job telling the tale of your battle with the bandits and the NKEG.
Yeah. What can I
Heck.
say? We're awesome.
Heck, even Nico, you were like, it went like that?
I didn't know we sounded that cool.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought I was just being a complete jackass to the guys. I
Yeah,
was trying to
you
buy us a few-
definitely were.
Well, yeah,
But
touche.
she made you sound weird.
I know. It's like I don't even throw out a good one-liner if I remember. But,
I don't think you've thrown out a good one-liner in your career.
But the
she
way
made you sound so cool. Nico, can you be more like yourself and less like you?
Oh.
that could be something I could try to work on.
Just the way she describes Nico's popping out of the shadows, slashing some guys, popping another in the face. Saying his one-liners along the way that she definitely completely heard. From being 60 feet away.
Ceres.
Give me a perception check.
Oh!
Oh
We
no!
lost the rest, though!
Or maybe Oh, yes.
All
Oh,
right.
dear.
Let's see. I'm going to call even here. Odd. Okay. So, since Nico wasn't paying attention, Theodora is telling a story. Adita, please roll me a perception check, but with disadvantage, because you're kind of focusing.
No.
You're kind of focusing on Oriana right now.
You're assuming a lot about whether Adita is even paying any attention.
Oh.
Okay. So, yep, Ceres went to go do something.
Oh no. Oh no. Theodora's gonna reach the end of her tail and be very happy that like everyone's enjoying it and like even her allies are enjoying the story. And then she's gonna look around and see Ceres is gone, and in her head she's just gonna be like, "Oh no."
Perception check.
I clicked the wrong thing there. No one can find him.
How did we lose
How did
6-foot-tall purple lizard?
Actually, he's shorter than that.
How did we lose a shorter than 6-foot-tall purple lizard?
The thing is, it slowly went up. Like we got a 3, an 11, and then I rolled a 12.
The
And
roll
it's
20 increasing returns of go to hell.
See, the thing is, since no one made their perception check, no one has actually noticed anything with Ceres right now. So you
No.
continue.
Standing right there.
Okay, so Ceres is doing a thing for a moment, and we'll come
Oh,
back
no.
to that.
Oh no.
Do we have to find a new egg and raise it again?
No,
Do
we
you
have to
really
make
want to
sure-
go through this again? No,
Do-
we need to disavow any knowledge of that purple egg.
Right, we have to make sure we don't turn into enemies of the state because of that egg.
Orcs.
In the future,
Oh.
we tie a rope to his waist.
Stupid egg.
And we have to keep him on a leash next time.
We tried that. He chewed through it.
You're not wrong.
Well, maybe we should use some stronger rope or some chain.
Oh,
Chain
it's
would
about
probably be
rope
good.
now, is it?
You never know when you're gonna need some rope.
Yeah, what is Ceres doing?
So,
Nope.
is there anything else you would like to do for the time being? There are still other people you want to talk to if you would like.
Were any of the other people kind of like brought into the story, or were they just really, really into their argument?
You know what? Give me another perception check, Theodora. Checking everyone's
now
perception
I roll above a
today.
13.
Say,
All
couldn't that
right.
be like a performer persuasion to see if she draws extra viewers?
So,
Trying to give you the benefit here, but he's
I
gonna
know.
stab me.
It's fine. I rolled a 15. It's not bad.
with your 15, you do notice that at one point it seemed like the dialogue between the two gentlemen kind of halted as you were speaking, but you do see that the young, pretty blonde girl seemed to have been kind of inching closer to listen to your story.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Theodora would notice the blonde inching closer and just kind of smile over at her and says, "Well, hello, how are you doing?"
Oh, hello. And you see she's a little bit like away from the group.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wish to approach her?
Yeah, she would just kind of motion to like join and inch closer to her.
All right.
Not completely leaving my group, but kind of inviting her to join at the same time.
And she stands up to greet you. She's like, hello. And she gives a very regal bow. I am Elandra Valasante, first daughter of Prelate Acastus Valasante of Coriani. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, priestess.
Oh, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm gonna need you to repeat all that after session.
Elandra Valasante.
Valasante. Okay.
Dollar to Prelate Acastus Valasante. Basically, the prelate the prelate. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correct.
Prelate.
Prelate, thank you. The prelate is basically the person that is under the patriarch of the mother church.
Oh,
She
okay.
comes from a very influential
Right.
family.
Right. Okay. So, in realizing this, Theodore would like give a small bow and respect and be like, "It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance as well."
Now, Theodora, give me an insight check since you are interacting with her.
Got it.
The
Heads
good
and
roll
tails.
20 gives us. The good roll 20th taketh away.
100%.
So, priestess, you two have been invited along, if I recall correctly, with your cousin to this estate.
Yes, I was invited along with my cousin and my dear fellow legionnaires.
It is such a great honor to have you here. This estate is absolutely gorgeous, and it's good to see other fellows here. What is your name?
Oh, I am Theodora Valsheen, a humble cleric of the Valsheen family. Of the Larissan Church. Sorry. Larissan Church.
Very well met. I am here this weekend to also enjoy the festivities of the hunt as well, although I probably will not partake in the actual hunt itself. I am here with my father, and yes, I am here with my father. Give me another insight check.
Yep, I'm like, oh, there's something going on here. Hey!
Nice.
Heads and tails.
All right. You can tell, yeah, there seems to be like a lot of apprehension and like almost a great sadness to her voice as she's talking to you. It seems like, yes, she's here, but she really much does not want to be here.
Well, if there's anything we can do to make the festivities more enjoyable, it's usually a grander event with friendly faces.
Yes, I do hear that. And it's amazing that we have two Larissan priestesses here. And it's amazing we also have a... Let's see here.
Turn my page.
Give
I
me
just
one.
give myself room.
Fresh notes.
I have a like it's a little notebook. It's not anything like big. It's like one of those little notebooks you like write notes on in like in a meeting, like a tiny one.
Yeah, you're assuming a lot about the size of notebook that I require for meetings.
Oh, mine is smaller than that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Because you probably live a normal life and go to normal meetings.
Oh, I don't go to meetings. What are you talking about?
See? Exactly. Stab people over meetings.
I actually stab people over meetings. I'm a nurse.
We also have...
To my job.
We also have the prelate, a Beltinian prelate here as well, which is Mr. Morshan Val-Ishi. And we also have Garen Valmihen, who actually is he's from the Nihang of Sarish from Kanseri.
Oh god, there's so many people and so many notes. I'm just gonna ask for clarification later.
Me too.
You could always watch the stream later too.
Yeah, I could always watch the stream later too, but I probably need clarification on spelling.
That's not a problem. So they're the two older gentlemen over there that seems to be in a heated religious discussion. Other people of note, obviously you do know General Meneses Valtenson is here. My father is here as well, currently giving counsel, and his name is Acastus Valsante, which you got already. And Hey, can someone do something about, your friend over here? He's doing nothing but
Oh,
eating food. He's acting like a savage. Quiet,
Skiz.
you.
Skiz? Oh,
Skiz.
wait. I'm gonna look over and just see what's happening.
See, now you get an advantage on your perception check. And the DC is much lower now. You got this. You can find him.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Okay, that zero.
Kind of like our. Yeah. That's how it works.
I am slowly being a better Nico than Nico.
Which is saying something about Nico, but
Yeah.
not so much about Nico.
You do see, like, your group, Alondre, turn around. You see Ceres. There's several empty trays in front of him. And in front of the empty trays is a rat going like this on his hind legs. And Alondra's like, did that rat just talk?
Excuse me. Excuse me.
We've had very interesting adventures. I can explain.
Yeah.
I can tell that story if you wish.
I've gotten really good at ventriloquism lately, though. You get really bored in the Legion.
Are you really gonna go around and tell people that I'm nothing but an act?
I am picking
what
him
I
up
mean?
and shoving him into my pack.
This is
it really whiles away the boring nights on.
This
on
is unethical.
March.
This is unethical. You should allow me to speak freely. My mind. I'm a. This is why I like the lizard and not you. Oh.
You know you talk too much, right?
Sorry, I'll try to do less.
Oh, this.
So,
group.
how much damage is there in front of Ceres?
There's like 4 empty trays and a couple of servants that are just like. You see, they start moving their hand in succession with each other, and yeah, unfortunately, you don't speak sign language, so you see them pick up the trays and move along. But you know what? You don't even have to do an insight check. You get the gist of it. You come to the conclusion of, oh my god, where did he put all that food?
Yeah, that's a common question.
Do we know how many stomachs a Ceresan has?
I read an
Boy.
anatomy book.
I'm gonna get Ceres by the shirt and just kind of bring him back. And just keep a grip on him this time.
What? No!
Ceres?
I'm waiting for my lamb!
Ceres,
I put in an order!
They'll bring the lamb to us.
I thought we were getting him sea lambs.
They said they're out of sea lamb. Oh, no. I think they're out of sea lambs.
I mean, we can probably ask them to bring some more.
We could find
probably
regular lamb.
should
It's fine.
stop
Hey,
before this gets
Ceres, how
worse.
about tomorrow you can help us hunt down some real lamb?
Lamb.
And
Wild
hunt-
lamb.
Yes, wild lamb. If you hunt it, you can.
Wild
eat it.
lamb, I hear, is fierce with pointy teeth.
And horns.
Is that lamb or
If
goat?
it bleeds, you can kill it.
In the wild, there's no difference.
You're welcome, friends.
Alondre,
Oh, okay.
who was talking with Theodore, goes, you have very interesting compatriots.
Oh, it keeps the travel interesting and it keeps us safe. Say the more quirky the bunch, the more skilled they are.
That sounds accurate.
Now, Theodora, do me a favor, give me now a perception check, please.
Got it. Please roll 20, guys. Yay!
With a 23. Before you notice that there was a sadness kind of to Alondre's voice. And as you're looking at her, she is very pretty. And you notice that she wears a lot of makeup. And being one of the people of the Larissan church, you also do know that there's parts of her face that has a lot more compound than the rest. Like, it's essentially, you're able to see through the makeup and you realize she has a bruise on her cheek and she's done an incredibly good job of concealing it.
Okay, got it. Interesting. Well, since you're here with your father, but he seems busy, how about you hang out with us for a little while?
Oh, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know what others will think, but please don't misunderstand. I think you people are incredibly fascinating, but I don't know.
Former honorable legionnaire who saved the out of character, the son or the grandson
It would
of the
be
general.
probably like grandnephew.
Grandnephew, okay. I just need to calculate. I'm like, what is the relation of the child we saved to the person's house we're in?
No problem.
Yep. Honorable former legionnaire who saved the grandnephew of the most honorable Tenson? I don't think many people would think poorly of us.
Okay, now give me a persuasion check.
Got it. That I'm good at. Roll 20 gods. Okay. Thank you for having a +5 in that.
Gotta pray to the right roll 20 gods.
I know.
Okay. She's like, you know what? Okay. It seems like your friends they seem like good people.
A little rough around the edges sometimes, but we got good hearts.
And you know what?
Also
Alondra
Ceres.
will kind of join you. And now, Nico, you were with Ceres.
Yep.
You see that many servants has retreated after the great onslaught of Ceres. You currently have a very disgruntled rat in your pouch as well.
I'm sorry,
Yep.
are you allowed to say that on this stream?
What?
Hey, lady, I got a disgruntled rat in my pouch. How you doing? Yeah, that sounds like Nico. Go on.
So, actually, let me put a pin on you, Nico, really quick. Adita,
Well, I didn't,
Since-
unless you think I did it, in which case, I
Maybe.
gotta
You-
go.
you are currently in the company of Attalus and Oriana.
Oh, man. Okay.
You see Attalus kind of steps behind you, and Oriana's in front of you. Yes, it seems like you fellows are quite fascinating people. You go on grand adventures and seem to fight different things. Would you also like to regale us of your tales?
I'm gonna take a careful step slightly backwards and turn my shoulders so that he's definitely not behind me.
Like, so to the left in turn, because he said he was behind you.
Yeah, exactly. So Adita's gonna just kind of step to the side and turn so that she's looking at both of them.
Okay.
Tales of my adventures. I'm really not the interesting one, to be honest. Theodora's the storyteller. Me, I'm just a scout, you know? Get ahead of the Legion, see what's going on, help them stay out of trouble. Yeah, that's what I do.
Ah. But what adventures have you been with your friends?
With
I
my
would love
friend.
to hear adventures. I mean, you're with Theodora, right? So you must have had all sorts of fun.
No, we're not those kind of friends.
Oh,
She's your cousin.
Yes, but I know what we are.
Cousins?
We are cousins, yes. And we both
Uh-huh.
worship the same goddess. We both have a very fascinating set of skills that we tend to use on a variety of people. We don't keep it in the family, mind you, but we do love telling stories.
I'm not very religious like that, if you know what I mean.
Well,
Stories. I like listening to stories. Yeah, but I've never been particularly great at telling them. That's really Theodora's specialty. You've probably heard her being really great at telling stories. I punched a harvester in the throat once.
give me a performance check. And remember,
She just blurts it out.
remember, since you are a Val, you do get an additional +1. So roll your performance +1.
Well, I didn't roll my +1 last time.
I mean, but this is Adita, and she's about as good at this as a can of beans, so here goes nothing. Anyway, I punched a harvester in the throat once.
Oh dear. Theodora would notice her friend struggling and just just resist the urge to facepalm as she.
And Adita's gonna blush so red, and it just creeps up her chest and her neck, all the way up her face. It shows through her tan to the top of her bald head. She knows this is awkward. Please, somebody save her.
Theodora's gonna save her.
Wait,
Theodora's gonna save her.
What's up, Nico?
Ceres,
What?
I think Adita learned from you. She's changing colors now too.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Wow. She goes from, like, that kind of brownish to very, very, very colorful pink.
Theodora's gonna save Adita as she pulls
Whoa.
the new friend along to stories and says, yes, she punched her harvester in the throat once, and it was very brave and interesting to watch as their throat pretty much caved in and they collapsed to the ground.
Wait a minute.
That's supposed to be exciting.
Oriana goes, you actually fought harvesters of your mandragore?
No, yeah, quite a few occasions. One very recently that spat fire at us.
Yeah.
Really? And she kind of turns to you. What did you do when it spat fire at you?
You dodge.
Oh, well, my lovely friend here, she kind of puts an arm around Adita. It's like, well, she took it. She moved out of the way and braved through the fire and kept going.
Adita just nods. Uh-huh.
Theodora's trying so hard to be a good wing woman.
You know what? Theodora, give me a...
Persuasion?
Let's see. Yeah, give me a persuasion here.
All right, add 1 to...
You're rolling Adita dice.
I'm pretty sure Adita's not helping the situation. Kind of like...
Heck
Adita.
no, Adita's not helping.
As you begin
She's
to
like
talk...
two-fisting her mug here, like, it was hard and scary. It singed my knuckles some.
It's very obvious that Theodora is trying to help her friend.
Yeah. You see Oriana's like, oh, wow. That was very brave of all of you.
To be fair, we kind of found ourselves in that kind of trouble without even realizing it.
We went through a portal because we were supposed to save a kid from some harvesters. And unfortunately, I think he put his trust in the wrong folks. And anyway, they were trying to
I mean, we
kidnap
saved
him.
him at the end of the day, and we defeated the
did.
harvesters.
We
We
did.
actually set fire to a Mandragorian ship. That was interesting to
Oh my
watch.
gosh, I can't. Out of character. I cannot remember the name of the. What's his name? The wine drinker.
I can't remember his name either.
I know. But yeah,
I don't think we ever got his name.
No, we
Yeah,
didn't.
we did.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. That's why we know he's the wine drinker.
One moment.
I think that was information you knew, but we didn't because you knew stories about him.
Maybe.
You knew stories about
Deverin.
him. He was dead. We did not know his name.
His name
Well,
was
he-
Deverin Adita.
There you go.
Deverin.
We actually took on Deverin the wine drinker and killed him.
To be
He's
fair, he
kind of
tried.
a notorious harvester.
To be fair, he kind of tried to set us on fire first, so I believe it was fair game.
All right,
Really good at killing
Adito.
harvesters.
One last time. Give me a persuasion, but I'll say since Theodora's there trying to boost you up, you can have advantage with this roll.
Okay. Persuasion?
Add one. I'm just gonna
Sure.
add a +1 modifier since we're around Valsheen a lot right now.
Sure. Let's give it a go.
Oop, that is not what I meant to roll. What the hell?
And Theodora whips
it's
out.
whip time, eh? Whip. Yummy.
It's a roll whip.
Theodora's like, here's how it goes. I beat them into submission. This is how we socialize.
Adita, roll one more time because this is with advantage.
Could have. Oh yeah, because I forgot that I manually rolled this.
Okay,
Hey, that's
six.
not bad though.
No, 16 is excellent. You see, as you mentioned the name of the harvester and giving the villain giving a villain a name in a story kind of makes it brings it more to life. And now she starts to kind of hang on your words.
She should not.
And Nico, you do
I still
hear
have a grip on Ceres.
you have a grip on Ceres, and you start to kind of you're close enough. You start to hear the dialogue occur between the two priests that have been arguing, and they've been arguing for quite some time. As to what they're arguing about, everyone's going to have to tune in next week to find out what that argument is and will it hold any significance. So, with that being said, everyone, thank you for coming out to the stream tonight. I want to give a shout out to my lovely, lovely people here, Adita, Nico, and Theodora.
Hey.
And one of the things I like to do is give my players a chance to kind of, showcase themselves a little bit. So, Adita, tell us about any projects you have or what you do on the side.
Oh man, like now he wants me to talk up my side hustles here. So hey, so I am Tiny Amazon on Instagram, and Casting Call Club, and I moonlight as a voiceover artist. So hi, happy to narrate whatever you need narrated.
All right. Nico, you, my friend.
Oh, hey, name's Mars. Yeah, you could also catch me Monday nights on the Disasters and Danger stream on Random Encounters Productions. Aside from that, well, I got a couple things in the works, but once I got a little more meat behind them, I'll let you guys know.
Hey, fun times.
Awesome
nice.
times. All right. And Shadow Shura.
I am Shadow Shura. I'm a variety streamer. I stream pretty much everything from Animal Crossing to Phasmophobia to Pokemon to just everything in between. You gave me a game and I'll play it most of the time. I'll be streaming later on tonight. My link is in the Twitch.
All right. So, with that being said, I forgot to do a couple of shout outs before we began the stream tonight. My bad. I would like to give a quick thank you to Sirenscape for providing us with the music tonight, Hero Forge for providing us with the awesome miniatures and character design art that you see flashing before you. And I would also like to give a special shout out to Paradigm Concepts, who created the world of Arcanis, the world of Shattered Empires, where we are playing. And last thing, my name is GM Dave, and I too am a variety streamer. On Thursday nights, you can find us here on Twitch playing Arcanis, the World of Shattered Empires with the Burnished Band. I also stream on Saturdays, Tuesdays, and Fridays, as well as Thursdays. So keep an eye, hit the follow button, and you can catch me as well. But make sure you catch all these other people that have played here with us tonight. And before we go, as always on this channel, remember, do something for yourself every single day. Do something for your mental health. Do something for your physical health. You're an epic, awesome person. And like the Burnished Band, you too deserve to go on grand adventures as well. So take care of yourselves, because you only have one life, and enjoy it while you can. So make sure you tune in next week, my friends. And remember to always, and I mean always, crit those gates! See you on the next stream, everyone, and have an awesome time.